Hang on. Turn with me to 1 Peter 5, 8 if you will. Again, that's 1 Peter 5 verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, walks about like a roaring lion, seeking him he may devour. Now, right off the bat, this is talking to Christians here. This is talking to Christians from a Christian perspective. But we need a spiritual awakening. Did you know there were certain people, and the more I get into this, the more I'm convinced of it, there's certain people with the proclivity for evil to, that have a genuine disdain for humanity and still afraid there's people who just want to watch the world burn, who just want to watch the world burn and rebuild it. And you can call these people whatever you want, but bottom line, Scripture tells us that these people have been ensnared by the devil. I mean, these people have been ensnared by evil, and not that there's not a way out. I mean, there's always a way out. But the thing is, some people, and you have to be discerning about this, some people don't want to be helped. And that's the scary thing. That is. But some people don't want to be helped. There are people who will look you straight in the face, and regardless of what you present them, the gospel message, maybe a story of salvation, over and over and over, seeing God's miracles, seeing countless things that can only be attributed to God, and say, nope, not real. I'm not willing to change my old view, to change the narrative up a little bit, and I'm not willing to do that. There are people like that. Like I say, and some of these people even have a genuine disdain for humanity. I mean, they only care about themselves and care about what suits their old view. What they don't see anything outside of themselves, outside of the people they surround themselves with. And this is more a message that the world needs now more than ever. Because the world tells you, oh, love is love, there's no sin. There's no such thing as sin that's bigoted or that's racist. They're just you and your choices. And whatever you choose is the right decision because it's what's best for you. Well, not only is that very wrong from a physical perspective, because what you think is right for you may be to drink every day, to drink, yes, say 2 bottles of Jack Daniels every day. Eventually that's going to catch up with you, and you may become an addict, you may find yourself subjected to new harder drugs, alcohol, or whatever your proclivity is. So not only is that wrong from a physical perspective, but that's very wrong from a spiritual perspective. Because, and this will always be one of the most tragic, if not the most tragic thing to me, regardless of what people believe about God and about heaven and hell, it doesn't change the reality. And someday, if they haven't accepted Christ, they will die, and they will go to hell. And based on what I've read and what I've studied, they'll remember. They'll remember what got them to that place. And they'll cry out in agony. They'll cry out to, oh, just yet me tell my friends and family, yet me tell them to avoid this place. But they'll also know, later than, aren't there other people around them? Aren't there other people around them that can say the gospel with them? I mean, you had your chance, you had your choice, and you made it, and you'll have to sleep in the bed that you made now. It's a curious awakening, and it's a sobering thought. But on the other hand, it can be very freeing thought, because some people love a good argument. I mean, I shouldn't call them arguments really, but some people love to debate others on the gospel, love to debate others on the merits of the gospel, explain why they need salvation. But that's not on us. That's on them, and that's on God. Whether they want to see the truth for themselves, no matter what you present to them, it comes down to them and their desires, and maybe they're blinded it to a certain degree. It's not up to us. It is up to us to say the gospel to the best of our ability. But we don't have to trouble ourselves if we've done all we can. I mean to say, we don't need to trouble ourselves with their salvation if we've done all we can. And if we've shown them all we've learned, all we know, we don't need to trouble ourselves with that. And that can be a very freeing thought, because just focusing on that negativity isn't healthy either. And I get it. I'm a very sympathetic person. I mean, when I see someone who I know is not saved or isn't giving up to Christ's standards, I mean, I worry for them. But then I think about something my dad told me. He basically said, you know, as a pastor, as a man of God, he didn't say the yes part, but I'm going to. As a Christian, you're going to be confronted with so many of these stories, so many of these people that refuse to acknowledge the truth, not a truth, the truth, because there's only one. No matter what society tries to tell you today, and you can't focus on all that negativity if they don't want to be helped, because if you do that, you'll run yourself ragged and you'll run yourself empty, and you can't help anyone either. But compared to how much this breaks God's heart, how much it breaks our heart is utterly insignificant. We'll just get a little glimpse, just a little taste of what God sees and what God feels when He looks at these people. But the more sobering and harrowing thing is, God loves these people more than you can ever. And like I say, God will wait for them as long as He can. But that's why it's important to say all we know, all we know about God, all we know about the gospel, all we know about righteousness. Sell that with people. Present it to people in a way that they can understand. And if they just flat out refuse to listen to you, which that's something I've encountered the other time too, if they just refuse it, they're not refusing you, they're refusing God. And that had dire consequences. This spiritual awakening, it does start with us, but it starts with people driving people to their knees and getting people back in the church again, getting people to a place where they say, okay, I can't do it on my own, I thought I could, I'm unhappy, I'm depressed, I can't, God, I'm going to give you a try. I'm scared to do it, but I'm going to give you a try. Because what the worst that can happen? But problem is people don't, especially nowadays, people do not have that mentality. The most important thing that we can do is just be there for them and yell on them in the most appropriate and cardiac way that we can. Because you try to put the gospel on somebody, especially without godly authority, you try to put the gospel on somebody, you're more likely to put them away. Guys, I love you. God bless you. And I'll see you next week.